Hi, welcome back to Shawnee Hills Workshop. I just got off the mower, and the whole time I was mowing, my head was just going non-stop, and I'm kind of excited about this video. I started thinking about all the things that I have coming up, all the things for the channel, and there's just so many plans right now. And so I wanted to take the time to, one, give you an update on a few things, show you how some things have worked out, and then also show you some projects that are coming down the pike and some videos that are going to be coming up, just so you kind of know what's going on. So I'm going to start out with, I'm here in my garden, in the raised garden. I'm going to show you how the tomato trellises are doing. So if you look behind me, I mean, they are completely overhead now. I've got several tomatoes that are up high overhead now. It's kind of cool. It's I wish it was about 6 inches higher or so, because they do kind of scrape your head right now. But it's just different planning for next year. You know, one thing I've found out about gardening is that you are constantly learning. Now, we didn't do much of a fall garden because we've got some work to do to the raised bed here, and that's one of the projects. We've got a lot of dirt that needs to be filled in. It's settled from all the branches and things underneath. So I've got about probably 6 inches on average all the way around to build it up. We're going to do that, but before we do that, we're going to try to get a coat of stain on everything. Here in the alcoves, we're going to put benches in each little indention to give a place to sit and work on the garden, or just sit out here in the garden. That's my wife and I come out here a lot and just enjoy it. So that's something else that's going to be happening here soon, hopefully here within the next few weeks, so we can let it dry out a little bit more before we stain. Then I'm also thinking about putting a cap along all the walls, just like I did on the outside wall there. And so we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but I think I will. So while I'm out here talking about the garden, we also have another garden project. We're going to be extending the garden. I haven't decided yet if we're going to go to the side here or to the back, but basically these are going to be lower beds that will have all of my taller plants, like the tomatoes, the cucumbers, anything that can climb. And I'm going to build some trellises for them to climb, but I want them to be where they won't shade out all the plants up here that are in the higher beds. And then right here, I don't know how much I've talked about this, or if I've even talked about it all on the channel, but this is we call it the little house, because it's just a little house. It has plumbing in it, and we're going to be running the plumbing from there over to the garden, and it's actually fed off of the well. But you can see I've started tearing off this shed here. It's just kind of a lean-to there. We're going to be tearing that off and making a nice porch there. This whole little house is going to be part of I don't know if you want to call it a remodel or a project, but we basically want to make this kind of like a craft room. It's going to be where all my leather working is set up. It's going to be permanently set up with the tools out, sewing machine, crafts for the kids, and also on the porch here, potting bench, things for my wife to do, pot her flowers and things of that nature. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be a great project. We got to add heating and cooling to it. It's already got a plumbing for a toilet and everything, so we'll have a nice sink to, sorry, I got gnats all bothering me, but we'll have a sink for all the crafts and for the potting and things like that. Eventually, and I don't know if it'll happen in this part of the project, we're going to extend the roof line and put a front porch. We really just want to make this a nice extension of the house so we can use it. Right now, it's just kind of a catch-all. Another project that I'm hoping you'll see on the channel here, a neighbor of mine, Mike, if you're watching, hi. He is going to be building a greenhouse, and I am planning on helping him with that, assuming that he needs my help. And I'm hoping I can get some video on that, because I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be like 24 feet by 8 feet. I think it's going to be just awesome. So hopefully we can get some footage of that as well. Now over here, I've got the Kubota L4701 with the LA765 front end loader. And I had to get it out today because I got the mower stuck. It's been raining a lot here lately, and my grass needed mowed bad, and you know, you got to do what you got to do, right? So got it stuck, had to use the loader to get it out. But I want to do a video on this. I'm coming up on 20 hours of ownership with it, and There are some very specific reasons I bought this tractor, and I'm glad I did. I really struggled. I wasn't sure. You know, I've owned tractors before, but I don't know a lot about the newer Kubotas, their ratings and things like that. So I did a lot of research and I settled on the L4701, and I feel like I've made a great decision. So I want to do a video on that, and I'll probably be doing that one pretty soon. Like I said, I'm coming up on 20 hours of ownership, so I feel like I've owned it long enough now to I can give a honest opinion about it. I also, there'll be a video. I'm going at the end of this week to a friend's house that has some trees he needs help taking down and a little bit of dirt work. And so I'll be loading up the L4701 into the 14-foot dump trailer and taking that over there. So look forward to doing that and making a video on that. Get to see the Kubota in action. Get to take down a few trees. All right, so now we're over at the treehouse. And I haven't been able to work on this here for about a week now, mostly because of all the pop-up showers. It's just rained when I've wanted to work on it. And then when it hasn't been raining, I've had to do things like mow the grass. So we're gonna try, hopefully tomorrow night or the night after, we'll get the hand railing done up on the second deck. And then this weekend, I'm planning on tackling the bridge on the front. Now basically, there'll be a bridge that starts right here and goes down probably about 20 feet out. So it'll be kind of like a bridge slash ramp, hoping for it to be some sort of suspension style. So we'll work on that this weekend and hopefully have a video out next week sometime on that. So look forward to seeing that. All right, so we're gonna go back to the barn now, and I'll give you a workshop update. I haven't had a lot of work videos here lately because of the weather for one, but also a lot of the stuff, it's not video worthy. I've spent a lot of time cleaning the workshop, getting ready. You know, it's starting to get dark earlier now. So here real soon, I'll be forced in the workshop in the evenings. And so I'm trying to get that ready for some projects, but I'll show you what I'm working on now. I've got something for the Kubota that I don't think I've shown you all yet, and it'll be a pretty cool thing to show you. So I'm going to get on the tractor and I'll see you back at the barn. All right guys, I'm back at the barn here. Sorry if I'm talking fast, but one, I don't want this to be a crazy long video because I got a lot to go over, but also I'm really excited right now, you know. I really feel like I'm finally doing what I want to do with the channel, and it's just making me happier. The light video I put up, I think a week or two ago, I'm not sure, that is working great. I'm loving having the light. I still haven't decided if this is the route I'm going to go with all of my doors, but it is amazing. Like right now, if I had to work on the lawnmower, I would have a hard time seeing it without these lights. It's great. Also, it's coming up fall, and I don't know if you can see over here, got the off-road overland camper. We're going to be getting that out, and I'll probably do some videos about that. Maybe some videos with us actually out using it. And also got some projects with metalworking coming up. So you'll get to see me in the metalworking area quite a bit more. I've got to fabricate something to mount the winch onto the dump trailer, as well as I've got to make a log arch for the dump trailer. So now we'll go into the wood shop. So you may not be able to tell it, but I have done a lot of cleaning in here, and there still is more to come. But when I was working on the remodel over on that side, this just became a mess. Everything was piled over here, but finally got it cleaned up to where it's almost usable, and we'll keep on working on that. I've been loving the new workbench and hand tool area. I've shot quite a few videos over there, and it'll be my place to shoot videos going forward. It's just a good place to put a camera overhead to sit and work at, and I actually just love sitting by the window and working. Now, I'll take you here. If you see, I got a big pile of insulation right here on top of the CNC. It's because all the insulation, or lack of insulation, that was above the ceiling is just open, and I got to get that insulated before I start bringing the remodel on this way. And that is something that will be happening here as, you know, winter sets in, fall sets in, and I'm in the shop more. So here is the project that I wanted to show you that's for the Kubota. The Kubota L4701 does not come with floor mats, and you cannot get them from Kubota. So I have designed my own. I actually have a just a solid sheet of rubber that I cut out with the CNC as a test fit for it. And I'm working with a manufacturer, BJS Enterprises, to where I will be casting that with urethane. And if it works well, there's several of other people on the Kubota groups I'm on that are saying they're interested, so I will probably try to make those and sell those. We'll see how that goes. Then, as for up here in the game room, you know, I've got the office project that still has work to be done on it. And this area, let me get a light on for you all. This area will be my office, and again, that'll be something that I will get back working on when the weather turns bad. You know, I was working on it this early spring and winter, but around the homestead here, when the weather gets nice, you get projects done outside, and that's what I've been doing, is getting projects done outside. Let me go back to the winch. So I showed the winch in my last video, or maybe 2 videos ago. It's a Warn 8375, which is almost identical to the Warn 8274, which is the best winch ever made, except for it doesn't have the free spool on it, which isn't an issue because it's such a fast winch. And here is where it sits, and I would like to rebuild it. Here's where I'm at with it though. It's got some parts missing. The end cap's missing. I think that's the only parts that are missing, but it's got a lot of parts that need to be replaced. And so to rebuild this winch, I'm looking in the $500 range. Now, as you know, for $500, I can buy a cheaper winch and have it mounted on the trailer and using it, as opposed to spending that money to rebuild the Warn winch. The Warn is a much better winch, so I still want to rebuild it. I just have to decide if that's a project now or later. You know, part of me would just like to really get the dump trailer working so I can start getting logs, because I've got a viewer and a friend that's reached out that has a lot of logs I can come get, and I'd like to be able to start doing that. You know, it's just figuring out the priorities, and it's not always an easy thing to do. I struggle with that just like I'm sure everybody else does. And you know, we'll figure it out. We'll see one way or the other. You know, the other problem is it's the money that money is intended for the sawmill. And so anything that I buy takes away from the sawmill. The money that it's going to take to get the production for the mats is going to take away from the sawmill. So you just got to decide what you're going to spend money on, where your priorities lie. So we'll try to go outside. I don't know if I'll be able to video out there. My daughter's out there mowing. She mows back here. If you can hear me, she is really taking pride and ownership of the John Deere that we worked on in the video, if you watch that video. And Brian, I haven't seen any emails from you. I don't know if you're getting mine or not. I'm sorry. We haven't seen the hood. Brian had sent us a hood for her lawnmower, and we're very grateful for that. But I don't know if it went to the wrong address or what. But maybe try on my website the contact me, see if that works. I don't know. I sent you another email with my phone number. I don't want to put my phone number in a video. Hopefully you can understand that. Other than the email address, ShawneeHillsWorkshop.com. No, I'm sorry, ShawneeHillsFarm@gmail.com. Other than that, I don't know how else for you to reach me, since you're not on Facebook. But we're going to be doing a video on installing the winch and the log arch to the dump trailer. This is a Griffin 14,000 pound, 14 foot by 7 foot wide dump trailer. It has the ramps. I've been very happy with it so far. I used it last week to take all the debris from around here with the farm to the dump. Also, if you've noticed, there's a new truck that's been on the farm here recently. I'm going to be doing a video on that pretty soon. That was my grandfather's truck, and he left it to me, and it only has 48,000 miles. That is a 1992 Chevrolet 1500 with 48,000 original miles. And there was a lot of wisdom in that truck purchase, and that's what I want to talk about in that video. So I don't know. I know I have forgotten something. I had so many going through my head. I was hoping I had something to, wish I would have had something to write them all down with while I was mowing, but I I was thinking about all the projects, all the things to come, and it excited me. As a matter of fact, I just saw one and it reminded me of it. There's my Powermatic PM66. I'm going to be replacing my old Craftsman. This was my grandfather's saw, and I probably won't be getting rid of this. I'll probably just turn it around and build it into the outfeed table, so I'll have two saws back to back. I may leave a dado stack set up in it. We'll see, I'm not sure. Definitely not going to get rid of it. There's a lot of sentimental value there between my father and my grandfather using that saw, so it'll definitely stick around. So there's a list of a lot of the things that are to come. Hopefully some of them excite you. It'd be great if all of them did, but I'm sure that's not the case. But hopefully there's something there that you'll look forward to watching. Let me know about them. Let me know if you have any ideas or any thoughts about it. For the garden, if you are familiar with any kind of stain that would be the best stain to use where you're going to be growing vegetables, let me know. And that's going to be coming up soon. And we need all the help we can get. Well, like I always say, if you like this kind of video, click that thumbs up button. If you don't like this kind of video, click the thumbs down button. But either way, leave me a comment telling me why so I can try to get better. If you're not already a subscriber, I'd love to have you. Click that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time I put out a video, click the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.